welcome back, guys. Now that we've cleared the trial for this patch, we are ready to continue the story. So let's see what... Oh! Have we just witnessed the end of Yotsu straight into this video? Rip. It's going to be Asahi, right? Yeah. He's a crazy cracker, this one. Does it do her any damage? She's still primal at the moment?
You really must learn to finish the job. 'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down.
So was this just to prove a point that we must fight the icons?
My, such hostility. These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer.
He was just looking for an excuse to eliminate his sister.
Surrender to anger then. Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe. You cannot, of course. To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build.
He's got us on a hook, this guy. He's fantastic.
But I'm forgetting. They're already ash. This doorman woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point. It should have been mine. The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Doma. I would have repaid his faith.
This guy is obsessed with Xeno.
No one alive loves him more than I.
Wow.
Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust. Useless piece of filth! Worthless whore!
Oh, wow.
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance. These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives. Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill. Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied.
Cut him in two.
You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength, just Witch of Doma will soon be dead.
We do not take pride in people's deaths.
He will mourn too, perhaps. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
Even Yossi felt something for him.
Lord Xenos.
Oh, we're gonna actually see that Xenos is alive.
Lord Xenos. I am at your disposal.
Asai, you were born of Doma, yes?
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary, and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma.
For peace.
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting Viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps.
He was behind
Yotsu's
everything.
faith is unreliable, but as a child raised to believe in the Kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so. The power will seem a gift, but the icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
Xenos,
My lord,
such a beast.
ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost. But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
He's still trying to train us.
The icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the populares spread through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face. You will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
Your chosen agent.
He loves it.
I will not fail you, my lord. My master, Lord Xenos, he will come for you.
have prevailed, I see.
She is gone. Wherefore did the kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
Poor Setsu.
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with the Empire was beyond saving.
Lord Hien!
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
I entertain thoughts of escape even now, but our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here, but it seemed to me there was more to the tale. I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
But how can that be? Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo. I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I have no doubt you believe what you say. But what then is the explanation? That an impostor has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court? The idea is inconceivable, absurd. But worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late ambassador's second-in-command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Okay, looks like we finally have someone.
I sense treachery awaits you there.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
What?
Alphino, have you gone mad?
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Asian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
Goodbye, Alphino.
I have seen the warrior of light risk his life on countless occasions. Next to him, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield. But in the meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
Tis not for me to stop you, but I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind. Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
I think we're seeing the events of 5.0 starting to unfold. We're getting to the end of the expansion again. 2 more big patches. I knew Asi was planning some manner of treachery, but a summoning? Thank the Kami you were here, my friend. None of us would have escaped. Yotsu's vengeance had you not intervened. She was a pawn, aye, but she still had a choice, and she chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. 'Tis little wonder Gosetsu departed in silence. I gather he left the same way he came, alone, aboard a rowing boat. As for the conscripts, most made it to the Sekibune before the battle began in earnest, but the vessel yet waits on the riverbank for those who did not flee in time. Then I would suggest you put this doleful place behind us and make the Enclave together. 'Twould be a shame to miss our joyous reunion.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
Ah, there you are.
Is it time for Gosetsu to go travelling?
Gosetsu, your hair.
My friend, What have you done?
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
All of them?
Don't leave us, Gosetsu.
This is no forlorn and final farewell. Send me on my way with a smile, my friend.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh and none need live in fear.
There is no better way to honor those who went before. And with that, I take my leave.
Ah, Gosetsu, fair journey to you, my friend. A bittersweet occasion, but there is yet ample cause to be grateful. Pray, join us in the Kinkan. I would thank you properly. Our brothers and sisters are returned to us, and the dream of Doma's restoration is that much closer to being realized. It is a day that will long live in memory, and one that will never have dawned without the courageous actions of the Scions. On behalf of Doma and her people, I would give you our thanks. Lest you think we complacent, I assure you I have not forgotten the dark cloud on the horizon. That Xenos lives is a source of grave concern, mayhap the gravest. Yet there is little to be done, but wait for Alphino to send word. Until then, I plan to devote myself to fulfilling the promise I made to Gosetsu, by building a nation in which one need no longer live in fear. I confess I miss him already, but the thought that he has at last found peace goes some way to softening the blow. I wonder, did you ever stop to ask yourself why he showed you such kindness? I believe the answer lies in past tragedy, specifically the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hid it well, they were never far from his thoughts, and Yotsu, childlike Mien. I believe he saw not a fallen tyrant, but the girl who was lost to him. After the loss of his family, Gosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardships, drove beyond the limits of endurance without hesitation or complaint. Though Suyu could never truly replace his daughter, I had hoped that with her at his side he might live out the remainder of his days in relative contentment. Would that the Kami had been so minded. Even now I laboured to discern any meaning in Yotsuyu's fate, to deliver her from certain death with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at the mercy of her stepbrother. Can that truly have been their will? That I cannot tell you, but the will of the Kami is not for us to know. But what I do know is that for a brief moment a girl named Suyu lived among us, and that she brought with her a whisper of respite from a grieving heart. And that's the quest completed. Is that it for this patch? Oh, we've got a little bit more, guys. I'm going to separate that video. So we're going to leave it here. I'm going to do one more video. And I think that will probably be the end or the setup to the next part of the story. And we'll get our normal cutscene of what's going to happen in the next patch, which will be 4.35. Hope you've enjoyed this one. This story's been pretty fun so far. And it looks like it's going to be a good wrap up. So guys, I will catch you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe.